Hello and welcome to a new video. Today is on my favorite topic. Today we're talking about sewing. I've got a little bit of a haul for you and I'm going to take you through my little inspo board for the year coming up for things I'd like to sew. If you're new here, my name is Tara. My sister Ellen and I have a channel together. We put out videos twice a week on business, careers and fashion. Today is obviously fashion sewing. So I made purchases from two of my favorite fabric stores. I've got some from the fabric store, and also just before filming this video, conveniently, my Drapers order arrived as well. So I'm gonna open those, though I must admit, I may have already gotten into this one.
Yeah, that looks okay.
The first fabric I've already pulled out. It's this really cool bright orange cotton fabric because I actually wanted to make something tomorrow and I couldn't film this video in time, so this is the first fabric. The color's a little bit more muted in person, but I kind of actually like that. It's a little bit more peachy, so hopefully it goes a little bit better with my skin tone being so pale. Orange seemed a bit risky, but I'm making is the Aura Pinafore from Soften Studio. She's actually retiring the pattern at the end of the year. It's such a good pattern, but it's such a shame she's retiring it. I think she's gonna start selling them herself, so that's why. And then I didn't peek at the other things in the haul yet, so you get to see my actual reaction. Ooh! This package I picked up in the sale and I couldn't resist getting this fabric. It's this beautiful textured cream fabric. It isn't a polyester, so it permanently holds the crinkle, but if you look at it, it's nice and sheer when you hold it up. And I saw this really cool picture on Pinterest that inspired me. And as soon as I saw the fabric, I was like, oh my gosh, I can make that top. So I'm really excited to make like a long sleeve, kind of cool crinkly top with that. Ooh. So my second fabric is actually a lining for a blazer that I'm making. I already got the fabric from Drapers last time they had a sale and I needed a matching lining. So this is just in a really nice chocolatey color. I've got a little picture of inspo here from Anina Bing. She has a really cool houndstooth jacket. So when I saw the fabric, I was like, ah! I'm using a Vicky Sews pattern, which is actually all in Russian. So that's a bit of a challenge. I'm using a lot of the visuals and the Google Translate instructions, which are sometimes a bit odd. It said something about bread and children, which I don't think are the right translations, but I think we're doing okay. So yeah, that's to help finish off that project. Ooh, okay. So this is a nice linen look fabric in a nude. The idea for this one is I want to make the fabric store Lucy robe. I feel like it would make such a nice summery robe. I have a really wintry fluffy one, but on these hot days, sometimes you just need a linen robe. So that's what I'm gonna make with that one. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool. Ellen, get ready for this.
This is the swim fabric.
This is the swim fabric. And the color is amazing. They just released an EDM and I immediately sent it to Ellen and I was like, do we need Barbie pink swimwear? And it's this really cool texture fabric. Oh, sorry, Mike. It's a really cool stretchy textured fabric. I might need to line it looking at how see-through it is.
Yeah, that's see-through.
But I'm so excited to make a swimsuit out of this. I already have a swimsuit pattern from Megan Nielsen called the Cottesloe Togs that I've made as like a bikini high waist bottom set. So I think I'll make the one piece with this with the low back. I feel like that would look really cool. So I've mentioned a few things on my little inspo board over here, but there are a couple others that I haven't called out yet. Another thing I want to make, which if you've seen my video of my quilted jacket, you'll know the vibe, but I want to make out of the leftover fabric a little laptop case with little quilted flowers. I feel like I've had a little bit of a break from the quilted jacket project now, so I feel okay about adding this to my to-do list because it takes a very long time to quilt these flowers, but the end result is really cool. Another thing I have on here is a blanket jacket by, she actually was on Project Runway when I first saw her and followed her on social media, but her account is called Anne Erin and she's released a blanket coat pattern which is so cute. She does little blanket stitch around the sides. And I'm like, oh, I could design my own print and then do blanket stitch. So that's the vision. I also already have some fabric that I bought to make the fabric store poppy coat. It is in like a kind of trench nudie color. So I'm excited about that. And I also have a little bit of inspo here for this pattern making technique called like a bamboo look. And I kind of want to do that on the back panel. I feel like that would be a really cool detail to add to quite, you know, like a simple long coat. I've also got various pictures of different crochets here. I've got a little bit into crochet this year. I've done a crochet hat and I've made a little crochet bag. So I feel like my next attempt is something around the granny square kind of vibe, or like a dress summery kind of vibe. I've also got a little bit of denim left from my denim jeans that I made. So I kind of want to make like a little pair of cream denim shorts, but looking at how much I've got on here that I want to make for summer, we'll see how that goes. I've got a few different Aura pinafores because if this orange one turns out well, I think I'm going to make it in more colours because it looks like such a comfy dress and you can layer it with knits in winter and make it in like wools and things, so I feel like that's a really good pattern for me. Lastly, I've got a couple of ideas for some leftover pink satin, just some like kind of gathered tie kind of pieces. This one kind of reminded me of a chocolate top that I'm blanking on the pattern name, but I'll put in the description, but with no sleeves, so I'm kind of thinking that. Okay, I'm getting quite warm in this room and I also have a wedding to get to, that's why I'm looking a bit glam, so I'm gonna go and leave it there. But if you have any more videos you'd like to see on the topic of sewing, please leave a comment below and I'll take a look. And yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, it really helps us out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!